And welcome to Everyday Hip Hop. She's not Ricky.
I don't care about a mixtape. You know how many people just drop mixtapes?
To that. Oh, they thought I was soft? Slap somebody. Come watch Bad Boys. Oh, I slapped somebody. Let me redeem myself. Book. Look, there's going to be a book coming soon if it hasn't already came. It's the redemption tour, Kevin. Yeah, he did. Welcome to Everyday Hip Hop. My name is Cayman.
And I'm Xavier.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a favor, make sure you like and subscribe this video on the bottom. Hey, we need money. I need subscribers. I need likes.
We got parlays to hit.
We got parlays to hit, man. We got parlays to hit here. What y'all doing, man? We giving y'all great contact. I said contact. Great content, not contact. Giving y'all great content. You know, we're breaking down music for y'all. We got sports with another sports podcast. Black Ambition Media is doing something. We have our first film out. Frankie, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it in our YouTube. You're working on something else as well.
Yes, sir.
So we got something cooking out here in Black Ambition Media. Very, very excited for what is to come. But I love it when I'm here with Xavier and we can talk some music. How was your week, man? There was a lot of drops, I feel like, on the R&B side.
Right.
So how was your week and how was listening to some of these records, getting ready for Everyday Hip Hop?
It's been great. Not as much hip hop this week, like you said. It's been really R&B centered, but I believe we have some great projects to review today.
I totally agree with you. Where should we start on this R&B? Even though we call ourselves Everyday Hip Hop, ladies and gentlemen, we are everyday music here, but it just doesn't have a ring to it. I like everyday hip hop a little bit better than everyday music.
Right. Yeah. No, we are not party.
And I feel like when I think about the name Everyday Hip Hop, when I think about hip hop the genre, when I think about hip hop the life form, I feel like I'm hip hop every day. Like hip hop is in my bones, and hip hop is more than just what the music is. Hip hop is a lifestyle. Hip hop is a way of thinking. Hip hop is way more than what we just hear on tracks.
Right, because a lot of this R&B I still will attack from a
hip-hop perspective.
And I'm still going to throw up some rapper hands to Miguel.
1,000%. Even though he was
trying to rap on there a little bit.
Yeah, he was trying to do a lot on there. That we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it. But where you want to start at? So,
Kehlani recently drops one of her most well-received and engaged with songs, Folded.
Mm-hmm.
And she also released a Homage Pack for Folded with the 5 remixes of that song she has with Tony Braxton, Brandy, JoJo, Mario, Neo, and Tank. So 6 because I forgot. One of them I just completely erased from my memory.
Really?
Yeah, one of them was just did not make the cut. So I would like to know who were your top 3?
I loved the Mario one. I think the Mario one was my favorite.
Mario is my favorite as well.
Brandy I loved just because Brandy's the vocal Bible, but we didn't get a verse from Brandy, so I was kind of mad about that, but I would still put Brandy 2. I liked the Tank 3rd.
Okay.
Because it was just after you listen to Folded 5 times, I need to hear something.
Yes. After you listen to that 5 times, you're like, okay.
Before we even get into who you didn't like, Xavier, did you like the concept of having 6 different Folded remixes? That's actually kind of crazy. That's OD.
That is very OD. It's like, dang, I'm listening to the same song, but not 6 times. But it's weird. I do like that concept because it's like it really gives you an easy way to compare people, see who really did it best. What better way to see who was the better vocalist than have y'all on the same song?
Yeah, I agree.
And everybody brought a little something different to the table. I think Neo probably had the biggest rewrite, like had the biggest freedom.
Like to do whatever he wanted.
To kind of do whatever he wanted. Like he got in there and he was like, "This is my song.
Right.
I'm gonna treat you like a feature on a Neo record." I agree with you. Mario had my favorite favorite track. I think Folded did very, very well with a male and female vocalist.
Right.
I think they just matched the theme of the song perfectly.
Let's play some of the Mario one before we go on, because I want people to hear what we're talking about when we're talking about it. I didn't like this song at first, but I'm starting to love it. I'm starting to love it. As people love it, I'm starting to love it. Maybe I'm fake. Hey. Maybe I'm fake. When this song first came out, I didn't like it, but hey, I love it now. Shout out to Kehlani, Bay Area's own. Hey, yeah.
It's so silly of me to act like I don't need you back.
Let me skip a little bit.
Okay, we heard this part 6 times already.
Mario's version of Folded. Hey, live on Everyday Hip Hop, Black Ambition Media.
You know how I like it, babe. Put it on the table, girl. Put it on the table, girl. It's been about a week and I can't sleep. I'm thinking about all the reasons I should just pull up on you. I know everything that I told you, but I wanna unfold you and show you we don't need closure and you don't need those clothes on, yeah. We used to make love until we could see the sun come out. And sometimes the whole damn day until the day is done. I'll give you space, but patiently I'll be waiting for you to tell me. For you to come pick up your clothes. I'm folded. Just leave me at the door. I know that you're still open. I know it's getting cold out.
They going crazy.
It's not frozen.
So come pick up your clothes.
Baby, please have them folded.
So come pick up your clothes. I've been folded.
Hey.
I'll be at your door. It's still open. I know it's getting cold out. But tell you that it's not frozen. So come pick up your clothes.
I just want to say shout out to Kehlani again for just paying respects to
the
our
legends.
OGs, to our legends.
Homage.
With just when was the next time you thought you were gonna get a JoJo and Kehlani record?
I agree.
And Mario and Kehlani record.
Brandy.
And Tony Braxton,
yes,
and to see, I thought Tank was podcasting, they're bringing them out, and
Right.
I love to see that. We're in the stage of hip hop now where hip hop is no longer, in my opinion, a young man's game. It's really being run by our vets, and we're starting to get this new level of maturity in hip hop that I don't believe we've ever seen before. And I feel like R&B has always been kind of accepting to older acts and not aging out of making music. But I feel like nowadays we don't, as a generation or as the younger generation, we don't typically listen to a lot of the vets when it comes to R&B music. So big shout out to Kehlani to putting these younger guys and gals onto
The OGs, that contributed to a sound that she had on Folded. She talked a lot about how she used to listen to Brandy vocal riffs and stuff like that, and that's what she used and utilized in the song Folded. And for Folded to be so big, to pay homage, I totally agree with you on that. But let's get it. Hold on, let's get to it. I'm done. We gave him great analysis, Xavier. Let's get to the stuff people want. What didn't you like about this? I thought these all were great. You talking about somebody didn't perform. Who you don't think performed on this?
Well, in my opinion, 4 of them are great.
4 out of 6.
4 of them are great. Neo did not have one of my favorite ones.
I'm not downloading that.
Yeah, I didn't download
I'm not
that
adding
one
it to the 10 because I'm gonna make a whole track of this.
Right.
But I'm not adding that.
Neo didn't make the cut for me.
Okay.
But I still think
I agree.
he did good enough.
He did good.
Yeah. For me, Tank had the worst one.
Wow, you didn't like it.
I don't ever want to listen to him say you are my favorite snack to eat ever again in my life.
What if she
and have the nerve to stretch that out with some riffs?
What if she's his favorite snack?
I don't want to hear it. Tell her, not me. I was listening. I was like, I was like, ew. Oh hell no. I was like, He just turned the song way too sexual.
He did
in a way
that
I don't believe the song was meant to be.
And
I feel like it just took it to a different place that it really didn't need to be. It just didn't match the vibe. It didn't match the 5 previous songs, especially since this was the 6th of the 6 records.
This was totally different though. Like this was a different record than all the rest of them.
Exactly. I was like, yuck.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't even play the piano. Like.
I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already folding it for you.
I just like the difference because we heard it 5 times.
Right.
Yeah, we're not gonna play all this because Tank got it.
I heard it 5 times. I have a standard set now.
These jeans remind me of the first time I asked you, was the room for me? Waist up slides and that ass right. This shirt cut off to show off your belly ring. Reminisce as I go through all your things.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tank is about to get in his bag. I just want you to know. But I want you guys to hear that part at least to know how he came on the song. It's totally different than the other 5 tracks that were remixed.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a thing as doing too much. And I know that is something we all love when it comes to R&B music.
Yes.
We love when they do too much and they just showcase their ability. But Neo and Tank did a little too much of the too much for me.
I agree.
And they didn't make the cut. But I think overall, Mario, JoJo, and Brandy had my favorite versions.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to all of them though.
Totally agree. Shout out to all the legends, Tony Braxton as well, that did this. I don't know if I liked or hated this concept. I had to like it because I listened to all these records and we're talking about it right now, very passionately, to so to speak. So maybe the concept did work.
I think it's a really cool concept.
Okay.
I don't know if this is something I want to see like in excess moving forward.
Right.
But like a one-off every so often, I think the people need to call for this like the way they did for Folded. I don't think an artist just needs to say, oh, I really like this song. Let me get 6 OGs to hop up on it and we'll do a homage track. No.
Right.
I think if a record is naturally gravitating towards your fan base and they're like, man, I want to hear other people on this.
Right.
Then we can do that. But just don't force it on us because
1000%. And
that's a lot.
I think that goes into something with like, I heard this on the Joe Budden podcast when they were, reviewing this. This record's done. Like, we've had enough remixes, so I don't want to hear no other niggas talking about let's do a remix to Folded. No more.
Folded's done.
Folded is done.
Fold it up. Put it in the back.
If you get Brandy, Tony Braxton, like Tank, like Mario, like those are legends. So
yeah, it's done. I don't want to hear your little remix.
I don't want to hear Jacquees.
Absolutely not. I don't want to hear Chris Brown.
He might get me out. He might let me. I might have to hear something.
Chris Brown, fold that shirt up. Let's hear it.
Right. But shout out to Kehlani, Bay Area's own Kehlani, with all the Folded remixes that we got. Let's move on in R&B, and I want to talk about Leon Thomas, Xavier. Let me start out by playing a record. Pholks dropped October 24th, 2025, 7 tracks, and I'm going to play track 2, My Muse. My Muse, Leon Thomas, Pholks, out now. Hey, 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 hey. turn it off, ladies and gentlemen, but I can't. I'm vibing too good.
Cause you're not my girl, but you set my muse. Make me wanna get my money up and spend it on you. You're not my girl.
Hey. You know, Xavier, I was so satisfied with what we heard last year from Mutt, from Leon Thomas, that I wasn't expecting a new project from him no time soon. Not only did he give us Mutt last year, but he gave us a Mutt Deluxe with a song from Kehlani and him, Dirt on My Shoes, that I love. Not Fair as well was a great record. Leon Thomas has been working, ladies and gentlemen. This came out May 30th, 2025. Now you come back on October 24th, 2025 with Pholks, a 7 track project that was a totally different sound than what we heard on Mutt. What did you think about Pholks from Leon Thomas?
So I think in a sea of great music, Leon Thomas once again stole the show. Pholks set itself apart from every other song in Leon's category, or in Leon's catalog.
Okay.
A completely different sound than what
Yes.
you mentioned from Mutt. As we talked about off camera, Mutt we would more describe as a R&B soul, and something about this album to me just reflected a period piece. I don't know exactly what moment in time, but it felt like Leon was transitioning us, or transmitting us back to a different moment of time. There was just such an ethereal, airy aspect of this record, and it leaned really heavy into the instruments, which I really did love. One of my favorite tracks off of here was Baccarat, and that was very influenced by just leaning into the music and having Leon's vocals be the background. And overall, this album, or I guess it's an EP
project, whatever you want to call it. Who calls what it is? It's 2025.
It's 2025. Regardless, I think this EP is going to help solidify Leon Thomas as a monster in the R&B game, because this week I'm comparing him to people like Miguel. I'm comparing him to Don Toliver. And to me, he was tremendously in a different realm than those two.
In male R&B, I think Leon Thomas is number one. I don't think there's much discussion when we're talking about male R&B power rankings that Leon Thomas is number one, especially in these last 2 years. Would you agree?
I would agree with that, and I would say because he has proved that as well. I did love that No Worries album that we got. Was it 2 years ago?
It was last year. Yes.
I was a really big fan of
Shout
that.
out Anderson
Yes, it was
Paak.
last year because it came out the same year as Mutt.
Yeah.
But again, I was comparing that to Mutt.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I was going into that thinking I would be comparing Mutt to No Worries album. But it just, No Worries, while it did have great songs, great albums, they even had that record with
Her.
They did have that Her record, which was great, but they had a record with freaking I should just went with her because I'm blanking on the name again.
Thundercat?
Thundercat, yes, the Thundercat record. But there was overall just too many skips on that album for me. It didn't feel like they could come to a consensus on the sound they were trying to.
Yeah, and that may have came
off.
from they didn't release anything from No Worries, I think, since 2017. So
Yeah,
maybe they were just wanted to flood the streets with
That's exactly
music.
what it felt like.
Yeah.
It felt like they were just flooding us with a lot of music that they've been trying to get out. There wasn't really a set path,
I love that record.
set
I love that
story.
record, though. That album was great.
That album was a great album, but Mutt has all the makings
yeah.
of album of the year. It had a storyline. It had a narrative. It had thematic approaches to each and every song. It wasn't just music for the sake of being music. There was
Right.
a purpose behind everything. Writing your own songs, even though he doesn't write every song, but writing your own music. creating your own production, playing your own instruments. Leon Thomas has all the makings of a superstar, and I think with Pholks, he is officially distancing himself from the rest of the crowd.
From the pack. This is Andre from Victorious. Who would have ever thought? I knew he was talented back then, but who would ever thought that he would be leading the charge as far as male R&B? And I'm saying male R&B for a reason. I'm specifying male R&B for a reason, especially with the new generation. I feel like the ladies got it under pack. We got her. We got Summer Walker. We got Ari Lennox. We got a lot of heavy hitters. Kehlani, we were just talking about. We got a lot of heavy hitters when it comes to the women's side of everything. The female side of everything is looking great in that aspect. But when we go to male, I loved Givion's project this upcoming this year. I loved the No Worries project like you were saying last year. But few and far between. I love the Lucky Day as well. Few and far between. I feel like the women were whooping the men when it comes to male R&B. Like, yes, we still have a Tank or a Mario or something like that's gonna pop out, but they're not the future of what I want in my R&B.
Right.
So Leon Thomas has been a breath of fresh air.
100%. And our future R&B is going to be artists like Four Bats, which did make it as the only feature on the
let's play that
Pholks
record.
project.
Lone Wolf's last track on here, Fire.
You got everything.
Hey.
Not an island in this world, but your toes ain't been on. Hotel beds with the rose petals on. One-way flight. We've been texting for too long. Too long. Money never sleeps. Rolling low on Eddie. Only pack for the week. Pussy still your sanity. This shit ain't for the week. Tables turn, I ain't never turn cheap. My pockets way too deep, yeah. And I know it's gon' cost a big bag at least, I swear. If it cost me a Chanel, then that's cheap, I swear. All that guilt you carry, how you sleep out here. Know of everybody, a sheep out here.
Shout out Leon Thomas. Shout out Four Bats. Ooh, should I give him a little bit of Four Bats?
Right, because Four Bats is coming off a pretty solid project
I agree.
himself.
Loving me for the week. Not love you just enough. Never want you to leave. But you just way too much. But I'm still right here. Girl, it's crystal clear. But you're so cold. This side. Got me alone. Checking my phone. What did you want? Baby, come home. Get in the thong. Let's get it on. Starting something for nothing. I'm still here when it gets ugly. And girl, you're a pain, but you're worth it. And you don't let shit go. Cause I know you'll be better than and I know it's gon' cost.
I think Four Bats was just a perfect fit for this project.
Yeah.
Because his sound is already just exactly what this album is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but Four Bats himself, the way his vocals are mixed is just very airy.
Yeah.
And that just
Fit what
it just fits
Leon's
the overall Leon
vision.
Thomas was
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Leon
can see,
knows exactly what he's doing.
Exactly. Leon Thomas is a goat in the making for a reason. So he knows exactly who needs to be on this project, and I think this is gonna help kind of just set Four Bats on a solid path to kind of just maybe usher in some really good male R&B, because you like the Giveon project. I didn't really like the Giveon project. I really don't like Giveon like that.
I don't like his
Other
voice
than
like that,
Anderson
but this album made me
Yeah,
like
because
him.
for me personally, I've really never been the biggest fan of Lucky Day. When it comes to male R&B, it's been kind of slim. I feel like the women have really been spearheading R&B for the last few years, and on top of that, not just the women, but the UK. I don't feel like the US has really put out a tremendous R&B artist since maybe Kehlani. I really don't know who is really leading that way, because every time I go up and look up the background of a R&B vocalist that I like Cleo Soul, I go and look and find out they're not even from the US. So I'm just trying to figure out when is the US gonna have that resurgence of male or female vocalists who are really prominent in the space.
Well, Summer Walker is coming back next month. I want you to know that. That's one of the heavy hitters.
Well,
when she drops, niggas listen.
Well, I'm saying, but that's another woman.
True. And that's why I feel like Leon is spearheading the movement right now.
100%, because Leon Thomas is, like you mentioned, a breath of fresh air, offering us something that we haven't seen from the male space in a very long time, and it is much appreciated.
1000%. Leon Thomas, Pholks, is out now on your phone. 7 tracks. The description right here says the NY singer weaves soul, R&B, and psychedelia. Psychedelia.
I've never heard of that one.
Psychedelia on an adventurous project. All right.
Okay.
Hey.
Shout out Apple.
Hey, and shout out EGUSD Education if we got that wrong.
Psychedelia.
But